Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and let's start off Fan Fridays with a battle from Heather. Now, this one was actually pretty cool in the comments. Said it was going to be using the pledge moves, and this immediately brought me back to almost 2 years ago when I was playing in the, what was it? Anime Wasabi Anime Convention Pokemon Tournament. It was doubles, and it was like right when X and Y came out, and it was a blast. But I remember I was scrimmaging a couple people, and one of them brought a strategy like this. Like, they just opened Charizard Venusaur with the double pledges, and it was really good. Didn't make it to the finals, got knocked out in the semis, then I went to the finals and won it. But that was like, it was like really cool to see, because I lost to it. So I was like, please lose in the semis, I don't want to have to deal with this again, kind of idea. And Charizard, it brings a drought, and then you're just going to get crazy combo potential right now. Charizard's going to protect. Venusaur has the chlorophyll. It can also protect itself. You just play the safest first turn ever. Like, they really can't do anything against this unless they're trying to set up for themselves. But you're stopping the fake out. You don't get damage onto anything. And now you also get to identify who's trying to do what. So Sableye going to lead with the taunt onto Charizard. That does work for not being able to use anything else. I mean, like any other protects. But that's just going to be the Fire Pledge into Conkeldurr and ridiculous amounts of damage. So GG is pretty much what happens right here. And now we get the fire on the opposing side of the field, which does damage over time as well. So you get a lot of really neat stuff going on right here. That as long as Charizard doesn't get outsped and one-hit KO'd, it's just going to find one-shots for days with this strategy. And it's a really fun one. Now you can also pledge and combo and get some other things. So I guess the fire does help break sashes. That way you can just like do it on the next turn. Because pretty much you're giving up both Pokemon's moves for one super awesome blow-up destruction. So Mawil's going throughout the Sucker Punch. That's going to be good damage onto Charizard, but it's not going to be enough for a raw KO. Sableye just taunting, you know, there's really not much you can do against this as the Sableye. So Grass Pledge going to hit Sableye for hard damage, and this is also something you can do with it. You can just mix it up. Now Sableye does avoid the Heat Wave, but yeah, Grass Pledge going to be a good amount of damage onto the Sableye in general, and then Mawil's going down to a Heat Wave no matter what. Like, that drought boosted damage is just insane, and Sableye not going to go down to this extra little fire going on, but it does show, and then that's going to be the Greninja. So yeah, you could just like Grass Pledge Heat Wave again, and that could work out pretty well. Like, Heat Wave's still going to do a ton of damage to the Greninja. We're going to see. So Venusaur with the Grass Pledge. Oh, actually going to combo it into the Fire Pledge and go for that combined move onto Greninja. You know, who needs resisted hits? What is water type with this fire? And that's going to be Greninja going down, and Sableye also going to be taking a good amount of damage. It did get that recover, but it's not going to last another turn at all, and that is going to be the forfeit. So, alright, so we have another pledge battle. This time it's going to be Fire Pledge and Water Pledge. Now, this is going to have an interesting effect, because when you use those moves together, it's going to create a rainbow on your side of the field that gives the Serene Grace effect. So it doubles the power, or it doubles the secondary effect of any move that could happen. Therefore, Rock Slide can get a 60% chance to flinch on both of your opponents. So that's going to be Greninja and Charizard for the Fire Pledge and Water Pledge combo. If you mix Water Pledge and Grass Pledge, it creates a swamp on your opponent's side of the field that halves the opponent's speed for, I think, 4 turns. So it's kind of like an anti-Trick Room, but this is going to be pretty awesome as well. Now, the first turn, double protect. You know, you gotta respect that. You don't know who's gonna get faked out. You don't want to eat any damage from a Heatran, you know, Heat Wave. That could be a bit annoying. But Greninja, everyone's safe right there. And Greninja's going to go for a Water Pledge. Now, this is something crazy. If the opponent was expecting pledges, they might not have expected this. This is what happens when you understand moves. Even though Charizard used the move, it gained the Water Pledge, because like water trumps fire. So it ended up becoming a water type attack that doubled in power, and it one-shot the Heatran. So those are also the things you have to pay attention to. Now, that will trade Kangaskhan for Charizard right there. Charizard just going down to a straight-up return, but it's a 1-for-1, and now Mamoswine comes in while the Rainbow effect is on, so maybe Scarf Mammo Rock Slide? Like, that'd be pretty neat for some shutdown. And a Moongus. So there's Mamoswine with the Rock Slide. Are we going to see the Serene Grace effect really hammer down right here? Greninja with the Rock Slide. Oh no! What? That's dumb. That's so, I don't think I've ever seen that, because like, yeah, that's 60% chances to flinch on the opponent. Oh no. Oh, that's filth. That's so, I didn't expect that. wow, I guess that works, because you can have a physical Greninja if you're going to be using the Water Pledge with the Fire Pledge. Wow, somehow Kangaskhan finds a way to hit through that, and it does knock out the Mamoswine. But there is good damage down. Mamoswine's going to faint for that. Flinch on the Amoonguss, and Venusaur's going to come in. I don't know if that's going to Pledge combo, like if they're going to go for that. But the Rage Powder on Amoonguss going to be kind of serious. Going to get that chance to Rage Powder right there, and Greninja's still using Rock Slide, so Rock Slide fortunately doesn't matter. Look at all that damage from the rocks as well. Double KO from that Greninja because of it. And yeah, that's going to be 2 Pokemon going down. Now it's Greninja and the Venusaur. Venusaur Sludge Bombs into thin air. Now the Rainbow will disappear, but damage has been done, and now it's going to be Landorus, which can't... I wonder if this Greninja's packing the Ice Beam. Maybe just a super mixed Greninja. And the opponent does forfeit, doesn't even want to find out. Anyway, that was just going to be like super amounts of damage. Landorus can't do anything. If it was Scarfed, it just doesn't have an option right there. So if you guys enjoyed these battles, really fun stuff. And I hope you all get ready for some more Fan Fridays. I think this was a nice, fun start.